I raised this matter last week here. The Attorney General said they cannot explain. Then we went to Kenya to seek for an explanation. They arrested us and beat us. Do they want us to go to heaven? This answer should be got from heaven. You can't give them. Then you go to ask Kenya, you say you cannot go. So, Mr. Speaker, I need an explanation from government. They should advise us. People kidnapped from Kenya and beaten. This government that of freedom fighters that were in Ruwero fighting for freedom, maybe I need to remind this parliament. If you read General Pecos Kutesa's book, he said the reason he went to Ruwero was because President Museveni was arrested and made to sit at a roadblock in Chireka. If you don't have copies, I can supply. Now the same Museveni is making MPs being brutally arrested, sitting them in the mud, charging them with the public nuisance. Maybe that Museveni disappeared, we have another person. So can we, Mr. Speaker, be told why we are being mistreated in our country to this level?
Thank you. Attorney General, on behalf of government.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. I think what Honorable Semju is saying is quite interesting, that he was charged with public nuisance and is a whole member of parliament. My last reading of the law is that, yes, even an honorable member can be a nuisance. But I don't know whether he was being a nuisance, but we are going to go and find out what Honorable Semju was doing and come back to advise.
Order, Mr. Speaker.
No, Honorable, you don't.
No, he can't say I was a nuisance.
You can't access a microphone with that.
Thank you.
That's it, Attorney General.
Yes, so I'm going to find the details, Right Honorable Speaker, and I'll be in touch with Honorable Semju. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, please, some of these things, by the way, are handled, you know. We are colleagues here, because when a honorable colleague indeed is treated in that way, yes, it's very important.
Thank you very much. I'm sorry, this matter is not personal. You need to look at the pictures of how Honorable Kamara was arrested. I know because you and I are expressed, this is not a matter for football. You need to tell the country why you are holding people like this. Because if you get in touch with me, it's as if the matter is personal. But we arrested 2 MPs together. The country needs reassurance. So my appeal, Mr. Speaker, let him come here and explain to the country why they are treating people like this. Not to me. We can discuss express matters.
Honorable Attorney General.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. And I really feel what Honorable Semji is saying, and I will come back and explain. And I don't think it helps us when we talk about being expressed here and the charges in public nuisance, because when they connect the two, they may think we are saying that because we are express, we can be jointly public nuisance. No, we cannot. Express is not like that. Right Honorable Speaker, is the member in order to allege that because we are discussing an issue of public nuisance, express should be made a subject of discussion.
Now, of course, honorable colleagues, you know how express funds behave. It's not for me to judge. We shall go, we check on the record now. If it was a Vira fan, I would have been concerned that much. But you express funds, and but anyway, I had allowed Honorable who? No, I had allowed Honorable Net. Honorable Sung has a matter of national importance, which I'm going to. I need, if Chief Whip could consult the Minister for Health, we are going to a statement next.
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. I have a matter of national importance.
Oh no, I wanted to pick procedure. Sorry, final procedure.
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. Right Honourable Speaker, ever since I joined this Parliament, it has been the norm that 15 minutes towards the sitting, we usually get a reminder in form of an alarm. And today, we actually a bell. Actually, today we're about 10 members in the members' lounge, waiting. We thought actually the House was going to be adjourned again like last time. only to see NBS already showing that you were in the house and we came rushing. So I hope that it will be sorted.
Honorable,
No,
the bell
maybe-
rang.
But it didn't rang upstairs. Maybe that one will need to be checked. On the third floor. On the third floor, who were there, I'm sure my honorable colleagues that I was with are all here. Yes,
Thank
I'm
you.
right. On the third floor,
No.
probably the clerk will have to check what
Sure,
happened
sure.
on the third floor.
We've taken note.
It did not.
But
Thank you.
honorable colleagues, even when the bell is not ringing, technically, if it's 2 p.m., you should be here. Okay? But we are going to work on that. Yes. Honorable Watkins?
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I also want to join colleagues in thanking God for your life. Mr. Speaker, sir, when you're seated in that chair, your word is final. And the reason why God put you in that chair is to provide a service or play a role that nobody else can in this house. And that role, Mr. Speaker, is to choose and use that constitutional seat. 1, to rule. 2, to direct. 3, to guide. This is a country, Mr. Speaker, sir, that has a constitution. And the constitution is very clear. Article 29 about expression. I was sad and saddened to see our 2 colleagues. And I don't know what kind of message we're sending to the people in and outside Uganda. My point is, Mr. Speaker, we have layers of a criminal justice system. And they have 4 layers. Number 1,
No, Honorable, we can't go so much into that. Just a point of procedure.
the procedure
Raise your
is,
procedure question.
yes, my procedural question is, we need a commitment, Mr. Speaker. We can't leave it to the Attorney General to decide. And this is a matter that affects not only the leaders, but the rest of the citizens. We see quite a lot of shootings, even on our lakes. Mr. Speaker, sir, my procedural issue is, wouldn't it be procedural right for you to use your constitutional duty, responsibility, and obligation to either rule or guide or direct the Attorney General on what specifically the Attorney General or government has to do in terms of the immediate term, intermediate term, and then the long run? Mr. Speaker, I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you, Honorable Watkins. The Attorney General said, Minister for Security wanted to make a comment before I roll.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. I just want to assure the House that, like the Honorable Attorney General said, let us investigate this matter raised by Honorable Semuju and report back.
Honorable Minister, how much time would you need?
Even a week.
Okay. Honorable Minister, I've given you 2 weeks.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. I know what I usually go through. You said 1 week, you said 2. Let's give him time. Yeah, and that's thorough job. Thank you. Honorable Seungu. Oh, Honorable Guzuri, was it a procedure matter? Okay, it's sorted. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, sir, I also thank God for your survival and the friends. But my matter of national importance, I've raised this several times, but let me bring it back. Teacher training colleges were closed, Mr. Speaker. And I raised this matter on the floor of Parliament because they closed these colleges stating that they wanted primary teachers who go for bachelors of education. And I asked the Honourable Minister at that time, who is before us here, to bring a policy and the course units, not even the course units, but the policy, that's going to establish university courses for primary teachers in university schools. Recently, Mr. Speaker, last Sunday, a mother superior of Daughters of Mary in my constituency had to ask me questions because she took sisters to Makerere University to seek for courses for their nurse sisters to become primary school teachers for bachelors. And all universities have refused the students and the sisters. You should look at me sincerely. They are saying there is no course unit because the National Council for Education has never sanctioned the course units for primary teachers. But to make matters worse, yesterday, Mr. Speaker, a government paper, New Vision, ran a read this story that teachers are running out of teaching. They are seeking for early retirement. And here we are, colleges we are closed, teachers are running out of teaching. From COVID, the number of teachers have gone out. Validation reports are showing us that in many districts don't have teachers, but nothing is going on. Could we know what exactly is happening? Are you killing education for real? Where are you going to get teachers from? When teachers run out of schools, they are riding borders because of the prevailing situation around them, poor pay. I can take the information now.
No, Honorable Minister, please.
They have refused. Let me conclude. So, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Let me just rest around Honorable Nangori.
Yes.
But you know,
Thank you so much.
Matters of national importance, you usually have 2 minutes. Now you speak for 3, then you call for information.
Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker, and my colleague for giving me way. The information I wanted to give you, my colleague, is that even the science teachers, right honorable, there are science teachers who were once teachers, in classroom teachers, but they were promoted to head schools in various districts. But now these teachers, once they become head teachers, they go back to the what? To lower pay. And yet they are science teachers. This anomaly has not been sorted by Ministry of Education and Public Service up to now. Actually, this is one of the reasons why so many teachers are asking for early retirement, because they are disgruntled. They are not earning the salary equivalent to science teachers, and yet they are science teachers. But by virtue that they are head teachers, they go back to the lower pay. So this anomaly should be sorted urgently. Thank you very much.
Honorable Minister, the issue being raised by Honorable Nangori, every day I'm receiving messages about it. Every day. It's really, I don't know why you don't sort it out, and the President directed to sort it out.
Mr. Speaker, as I conclude, still, when they were closing these teacher training colleges, we asked them the method and the work out how they are going to close these institutions. Tutors remain in the colleges, they are not placed anywhere. And they are there waiting, they are getting salaries but not working. The assets of these institutions are there, nothing is happening. These are open issues. So we want to know where is the weakness, and I want a response knowing that I'm the shadow minister.
Honorable Minister.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, I also join my colleagues to thank God for giving you another chance. About what my brother Honorable Sewungu is saying, Right Honorable Speaker, it is true that teachers training colleges were closed, and we've been having discussions with the stakeholders to convert them into what the stakeholders want. Right Honorable Speaker, this afternoon I'm presenting the National Teachers Bill for Parliament, to Parliament. And when you read through this bill, many of the issues that are being raised now are going to be addressed. I just want to pray that my brother, Honorable Sewungu, right, Honorable, it covers management of the entire profession, and which management also entails teachers. So I'm just asking you to be patient. By the end of this exercise.
Honorable colleagues, please. Please. Honorable Sewungu, please, just let's wait. Now, the moment the minister says the issues you are raising are going to be handled in this bill which we have here, the bill is coming to your committee, okay? The bill is coming to your committee. I would say we be patient. And I don't want it to be an exchange between a member and the minister.
I will thank the minister for bringing the bill, however late it is, because we are almost 3 years back since you closed these colleges, all 2 years, 4 years, and it's a challenge on you. But still, you have to respond to teachers seeking for early retirement, because you don't have teachers to replace them, but they are going out, and at the end of the day, the effect is on our children. Art is dodging it, and they have all the methods of stopping this early retirement, because the control is within them. They have the rules and laws governing it, but they are accepting it at a young age. So we want you to address to that. You bring your bill, we shall process it, Mr. Speaker, as fast as possible, because it's a serious issue. But teachers running out for early retirement is a challenge on our schools. There are schools, Mr. Speaker, as we talk now, having 1 teacher per 100 children as a ratio. So, Honourable Minister, kindly give attention to that. And
Thank you.
And Mr. Speaker, to be serious, I wanted him to note, as he goes back, you tell the senior man that Sewungu is not joking here, but is talking sense. And
Thank you. Thank you. Honourable Minister, you've taken note of that. But the issue of science head teachers who are not being paid as scientists, how do we handle that, Honourable Minister?
Right, Honourable. First of all, I've taken note of the concerns raised by Honourable Sewungu and the others. Secondly, the issue of salary, the issue of science teachers getting more pay than the arts. Of course, you are aware that we took a policy to enhance.
Wait, it's different. The issue is science head teachers. Humanities, you find
yes,
a science teacher is earning more than a head teacher who is a scientist. Very simple. And the president gave directives on how it should be handled. The cabinet, the executive, we already agreed. Why don't you sort? Honourable Minister.
Right, Honourable. We got the directive, and we are working with the Minister of Finance to make sure that this is collected. And I think the best person to give an answer to this is the Minister of Finance, not education.
You see, Honourable Minister, I think you need to go back. Right, Honourable Prime Minister. Right, Honourable Prime Minister, I think you need to call a meeting. Because now, if you find a head teacher saying, if I fare back as a science teacher, as a blackboard teacher, I would earn better than my position of being a head teacher. And I'm a scientist. And he's saying I would rather go back to the chalkboard. Okay? So, right, Honourable Prime Minister, why don't you call a meeting, public service, finance, education, and you agree on how to sort this?
Right, Honourable Speaker, I thank you so much. And I also want to thank God that you are here together with other colleagues who are traveling with you. You are still alive. Government is going to handle, and we shall come back here and give you that.
Right, Honourable Prime Minister.
It is going to correct that mistake. Government.
Right, Honourable Prime Minister, can you give us a feedback on Tuesday next week? Don't you think it would be, do you think it's workable?
Right, Honourable, let it be Thursday.
This Thursday?
No, next Thursday.
No.
Because if I talk about government, Right, Honourable, you are aware that we sit in cabinet on Monday.
On Monday. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, but cabinet is on Monday, so I wanted Tuesday. So let me give you Wednesday. Okay? Wednesday next week. Alot, you wanted to add on? You wanted to?
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. I also want to join colleagues in thanking God for keeping you safe. I wanted to ask of government that as they bring that communication, I think it would be good that as the House and their country at large, we get to have an assessment of this policy. This policy was started to say, let's pay science teachers a lot more than the arts teachers with whom they sit in the same staff room, with whom they teach the same man hours, and so on and so forth. It would be good to have an assessment sometime down the road is there a value for this which government was insisting on, to say that the science teachers are way better than the arts teachers? Because it demoralized the arts teachers. They are being seen as non-entities, and yet they also contribute to this country. Many people in this institution are artists, lawyers, and so on and so forth. They are important to this country too. So it would be important that government helps us understand, if you are to put this policy on a weighing scale, how much have we gained out of it? Because rectifying just the element of paying the head teachers, let me just finish, Honorable Minister, saying that let's rectify and pay the head teachers who are science teachers originally much better. And that's why the arts teachers are saying, but this one was teaching sciences. Now as a head teacher, you're not even teaching. So they are asking, why should you be paid also as a science teacher? But they are saying, well, you said all science teachers should be paid better. We need to know, is there a value for this policy?
Thank you.
Otherwise, many of us actually, from the word go, saw it as a problematic policy. Right, Honorable? All teachers should be paid well.
Thank you. Now, honorable colleagues, I have an order paper to handle today. Please, I can see this is an issue which would, these are issues which the committee should be looking into, especially the point raised by Honorable Leader of Opposition. You can't process it on the floor. Honorable colleagues, it's free sitting. I allow free sitting, so feel free, apart from the front bench. Honorable Minister, honorable clarification works when we have someone on the floor. It's not granted by the Speaker. Now you're the one on the floor, so you don't have any floor, I'm sorry. No clarification because no one on the floor. Honorable colleagues, in the VIP gallery this afternoon, we have a delegation of members and staff of the Parliamentary Legal Committee from the Parliament of Zimbabwe. They include Honorable Itai Ndudizo, Member of Parliament, who is the chairperson, the Honorable Edson Vobo, Member of Parliament. Please, you will forgive my pronunciation. The Honorable Energy Mutodi, Member of Parliament. The Honorable Agency Gumbo, Member of Parliament. The Honorable Kuchacha Furu, Member of Parliament. The Honorable Tinoziva Chipupuri, Principal Officer. And Ms. Elizabeth Hove, Assistant Counsel to Parliament. They've come to observe proceedings of this House. Please join me once again in welcoming them. Thank you. Honorable Tamaguzi.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, I want to add my voice to those who have thanked God for having saved your life during that turbulent time. Right Honorable Speaker, I have a matter of national importance regarding the wide outcry of police officers across the country as regards to their salary enhancement. Many police officers across the country were promised 25% increment, but it's only the top bosses whose salaries were enhanced. Police officers of lower ranks were only increased by 2%, that's why, Right Honorable Speaker, they are very hostile. They are not only hostile to the Honorable Semujus, but they are hostile to all the population. So, Right Honorable Speaker, this is a very important matter.
When you're making statements, this is a house of record.
Yes, Right Honorable
There
Speaker.
are statements which really are not fair, okay?
Yes, Right Honorable Speaker.
Yeah, you can't say police officers are hostile to the whole public because of...
Let me put they are annoyed, Right Honorable Speaker.
Okay. Yeah, better,
yes.
better, yes.
Because of the way they are treated. So, Right Honorable Speaker, the better and the earlier we treat this matter, the better this country will be with our gallant officers. Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker.
So, Honorable Tamaguzi is fending for himself from annoyed officers. Minister for Public Service. What was the criteria of giving the bosses more than...
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. And I want to thank God for your life. God is good. Honorable members and Honorable my brother Lutamaguzi, the salary enhancement for our uniformed men was 25%, and women was 25% of the allocated amount of money, not the amount of money that they are receiving now. For example, if the enhancement was supposed to be 200 million for the entire force, we begin allocating, and we allocate that amount. We allocate 25% of that amount, not the salary they are receiving currently. At first, I'm the one telling you because...
Honourable
Yes.
Minister, can I request? Honourable Minister. Honourable Minister, this is an issue in the public domain. Okay? Do you think it would be better if I can give you time, tomorrow you come with a write-up statement?
Most obliged, Right Honourable.
Tomorrow? Tomorrow is okay?
Tomorrow is okay, Right Honourable.
Thank you, Right Honourable. Thank you, Honourable Minister. So, yeah. Honourable Cherkut Rose. Honourable Cherkut Rose. Honourable switch on, just press once. No. It seems one of the side of rope has more techniques.
Thank you very much, Right Honourable Speaker, members of Parliament. I rise on a matter of national importance. This is Honourable Emma Rose, District Woman MP Queen. And the issue I have before us today is to do with the urgent appeal to address illegal land grabbing and sale in the lower belt of Queen District. That is soy. Right Honourable Speaker, kindly allow me draw your attention to once more the soy land at the lower belt. That is both Kapchorwa and Queen in Sebei sub-region, which have become a toxic dispute, escalating each passing day. Right Honourable Speaker, due to the occasional instability that emanated before the NRM government took over power, the Karamojong cattle raiders and Pakots made the Sabines flee their ancestral land in the lower belt. But unfortunately, as they fled their land for peace and security, that is, they went to the upper belt, a group of 13 unscrupulous people grabbed their land temporarily, their land amounting to 10,000 acres, and sold it to a company, a rice company, where they received a whopping 17 billion shillings from the sale of this land. Right Honourable Speaker, as I stand before you and the whole House, the people of Queen, that is soy, are bleeding because this land belonged to them. There are over 20,000 people who are displaced because of these 13 people, the rich, who took advantage of their land.
Prayers, Honourable.
So my prayers are, please members, protection, allow me, Honourable Speaker, protection.
Honourable, prayers.
I can say from the bottom of my heart that the people of Soy are not at ease. We have the PDM, we have the Emyoga, but the programs are being affected because of the cattle rustling that we have. Not only that, we also now have these pockets of the 13 who have stolen their land. So please, members, please allow me.
Honorable, can I guide you? Can I guide you?
The prayers that I have. Right,
Please,
Honorable Speaker.
just go to the prayers, Honorable. You know, this is matters of national importance, so we have time
The
limitation.
prayers that I have is, Right, Honorable Speaker, is that I implore you to take immediate action. One, to investigate and prosecute the land grabbers, the 13. Two, please,
Honorable colleagues, let's listen to our colleague in silence.
There is need to protect the rights of the legitimate landowners who are my poor Sabines, the poor local people. Three, there is also need to establish a task force to monitor and prevent further land grabbing. It is to the tune of, those are my prayers.
Thank you.
But of course, this land that has been grabbed is over 10,000 acres. It is a big land. 17 billion shillings to be received by
Thank you, Honorable colleague. Honorable Minister for Lands, I can see Honorable Bigakania here. You wanted to lay on table, so just read the title of the document. Switch on and read the title.
I have the petition from the Sabine youth land claimants to the IGG, which was received. And then I also have the members. I also have the sales agreement. I have the sales agreement, which was made between the 13 people and the China Rice Scheme Company. I would like to lay this on table.
Thank you, Honorable. Well done.
And then I also have another agreement that was entered between the 25 land grabbers against one Calorin Chemisto Twala, still on the same land. Allow me lay it.
Thank you.
Then lastly but not least, I also have the petition that was written by the youth land claimants to His Excellency the President of Uganda, intention to sue. I also love to lay this. And then I also have the response that was from Ministry of Lands over the disputed land in Queen, that is Soy County. I also would love to lay this.
Thank you. Honorable colleague, this is what we call submission by research. Evidence-based. Honorable Minister, all the evidence is before the House and before you.
Right, Honorable Speaker. Let me also take this opportunity to wish you long life after that incident. And it was just a few minutes, a few hours we've been with you in West Nile. Then the incident occurred. We're very sorry it did, but we are very grateful that you are here with us. Regarding the matter raised by the honorable member, since all the documentation is available, we will receive our part. And I have noticed that there are so many investigative agencies who are involved, and we shall see what we can do individually as the Ministry of Lands and also collaboratively with the others and to give information to Parliament. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Honourable Minister, since I had in the word petition. Petitions are provided for under Rule 30 of our Rules of Procedure and how they come on the front, all that. But have it as a document received for information purposes. And I would propose you meet MPs from the area. And you don't need to come back here. You need to meet MPs from the area. If possible, you visit the area and you ensure the population is satisfied.
Most grateful for the guidance. Thank you.
Thank you. I hope not on the same honorable thinker which I've ruled.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. Whereas I agree with your ruling, Right Honorable Speaker, in the past, you have ordered or you have asked the responsible ministers to visit the locuses of the origins of these conflicts. Many of them have never stepped there. I remember when I raised the issue of Ndaiga, land evictions, you ordered just 2 weeks. But up to today, the matter actually even went to the committee. Up to today, the minister has never stepped in Ndaiga. And you are asking the same minister to go to Kweni. I am afraid. I am afraid. He may never step there. Where will you leave the other honest representative of the people? Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker.
Thank you. Number one, for the record, I never order ministers to go anywhere. Because I don't order someone I don't appoint or supervise. I always want that to be very, very clear. And I believe a more of a comradeship language, a more of a friendly language helps someone to deliver more than issuing orders, and then you go into. So, honorable colleagues, especially the ministers, the members the issues which members raise here are issues to do with the population and how they are looking at us as a country and as a government. So when we say go on ground, usually we want you to go and respond to the people. It's not about a member. It's not about a member. It's about the population. You might dodge a member by refusing to go on ground and sing, but the issues want to be solved that way. So it's always very important to go on ground. Now, Honorable Minister, Honorable Tinka Simire, you are already colleague of long. Why don't you go there and you sort out the issue and commit to us that you are going to go to Kwen?
Right Honorable Speaker, as you know, as a ministry, we are extremely responsive to the issues which are raised here, which require our attention. And we definitely will go to Kwen. But how this last one of my friend skipped our mind, we will definitely get in touch with him and make sure that we resolve the matter amicably. Thank you.
Thank you. Honorable Mwate Kamwa.
Yeah, thank you so much, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, the matter I'm raising is to do with a new curriculum. The matter I'm raising, yes, is to do with a new curriculum which was rolled out in secondary school in 2020. Right Honorable Speaker and honorable members, we are aware that the new curriculum was rolled out, and as we speak, our children are going to sit exams being assessed on the new curriculum, which is called competence-based. But it is unfortunate that there is no plan that once they complete the senior 4 O level, there is no new curriculum they are going to base on if they are to proceed to A level. And we don't have time. And these are our children. So, Right Honorable Speaker, my biggest concern is what is going to happen to our children and our schools. And especially my senior friend, Honorable Muyingo, who also owns so many schools and they are doing well. He's also seated here. A minister has not planned for this country. So, Right Honorable Speaker, I think we have a challenge with the whole Ministry of Education. It is terrible, but we are trying to hide our heads in the dust.
But Honorable Mbwa,
yes,
you have asked a question to the minister. I think it would be prudent
okay,
for
let
you
me
to give the minister a chance.
Thank you
The
so
plan
much.
he has.
So, Right Honorable Speaker, my prayer is to request the Ministry of Education under the steward leadership of the First Lady to come with a comprehensive plan. And even my prayer is how I wish the First Lady can also come here herself, because we are missing her, to see her as she presents this matter. Otherwise, we are not happy as Ugandans. Thank you.
Honorable Minister.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker and my dear colleagues, what is true is that our candidates this year are going to be assessed according to the new curriculum. It's not true that the ministry has no plan for them. Right Honorable Speaker, we have a plan. And very soon, I'll be coming to present that plan to Parliament. I thank you.
Thank you. We are waiting. Honorable colleagues, we are waiting. Honorable Guzuli, Honorable Rumo.
Mr. Speaker.
Just wait, Honorable Tebandeke.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. The procedural matter I'm raising is in response to the Minister of Education. Right Honorable Speaker, exams are kicking off in October, and we are undergoing the same curriculum. If the minister is just to come with a statement, the work plan for the new curriculum, whose exams are kicking off in October, really, are we proceeding well to this nation?
Here we don't proceed to the nation like you say. Okay? We have our rules which we follow, and the business we conduct here. Please. Yeah. I haven't understood you properly. So let's continue. But Honorable Minister, maybe the issue is when are you, Honorable Tebandeke is saying, when can you update us? Do we have any timelines?
Right Honorable Speaker, first of all, I want to assure the public that our candidates, the pioneer candidates for the new curriculum, have been very well prepared and they are ready for the exams. The exams, everything is being done according to plan. What the Parliament needs to know is the plan that will accommodate them when they go to Senior 5. And this is what I'm saying, and Senior 5 is somewhere in February. That's why I'm saying that at an appropriate time, given an opportunity, I'll come back and share the plan with you. I submit.
Let the committee, honorable colleagues, let the committee for education follow up this matter with the minister. I had allowed Honorable Guzuri.
Mr. Speaker, I rise on plight of Ugandans who cannot afford medical care. We have two classes of people in this country. One class can afford to be funded by government to go for health care out of the country, while the other class perishes if they cannot afford to mobilize resources. As I talk now, I've been added to so many groups, all trying to fundraise resources for medical care. Mr. Speaker, on the 23rd, when the young people attempted to march to Parliament, I read a placard from a girl who said her mother died because she could not afford access to intensive care unit, and she could not afford to be flown out. Why did she demonstrate? She said she was demonstrating because Parliament, instead of catering for the health care of Ugandans, is now busy budgeting for clothing for our presiding officer and our presiding officers. And that's what her placard says. To me, that was an indictment. It also amounted to like a blackmail. And for us to be clear, I want to move under Rule 43. Can the commission or the commissioners tell us if we have ever budgeted for clothing of our presiding officers in the budget? Secondly, I want the Minister of Health to tell us what is the criteria Ugandans should follow to access health care. If I want to be flown and I'm from the village, if I want to go to India, America, to be flown like any one of us, what is the criteria so that we can be able to pass this information to the rest of the country, and there will be seen to be equity, and this house will be seen to cater for the needs of the country. I thank you.
Thank you. I think the first question I can volunteer to answer on behalf of the Parliamentary Commission. Number one, it's true in the line budget of Parliamentary Commission, we have in a line for clothings, I think, and beddings on the office of Speaker and on the office of the Deputy Speaker. And when I saw it in the media, someone sent it to me, I took time to ask, because apart from this wig and this gown, Parliament has never bought me anything. Apart from this wig and this gown. So I followed up and I said, where does this money go? Because I asked, listen, I asked my executive secretary, and they informed us, we have officers. You have protocol officers who are supposed to be smart in the image of government. We have people, yes, we have people in security who are in cross protection especially and are putting on private. We have these security officers who are always roaming with us, moving at night. Sometimes we also have tents. Sometimes I go in a place where there is no hotel, I sleep in a tent. I also have a small tent mobile, okay? And all that money is spent via procurement. There is competition. People, they run procurement. They get extra uniforms for these officers who are always moving around somewhere, getting problems with their chest, goggles and all that. That's where the money goes. I can tell you, I would rather come and borrow that beautiful suit of yours than Parliament buying me a suit. Because I'm well paid by Parliament, I don't need to get anything from Parliament in terms of clothing. But for the wig, unfortunately, you don't have any, so I can't borrow a wig from you. I wish that hat was being allowed. So that one I wanted to read it. And thank you, Honorable, for raising it. Yeah. The next question is for the Minister.
Thank you so much, Right Honorable Speaker. Allow me use this time to thank the God that made you survive and your colleagues. God is great, and we shall always thank him. Right Honorable Speaker, I do appreciate my colleagues' concern, but I want to make it clear that it's not a matter of that I want to fly abroad. I want to access medical treatment abroad. There is a procedure, Right Honorable Speaker, colleagues. One, that there must be a patient, and this patient must be having a physician, any referring doctor that has been attending to that patient. Number two, if the patient is referred from the previous treatment, consultations, and recommendation, the patient has to apply through the medical board. And this medical board is composed of a team of different surgeons, depending.
Information I have is very important, by the way. Information, Right Honorable Minister.
Information is allowed by a colleague holding the floor, not the Speaker.
I'm requesting her to give me,
Thank you.
the floor. Right Honorable Minister, Right Honorable Speaker, Honorable Onzu.
Oguzu Lee.
That name, he raised a very important issue. Right Honorable Speaker, there is syndicate in government hospitals. That is Mulago, Chirudu, and Kawempe. They are doctors inside the hospital. When you go to the consultation room and you refer to an X-ray, when you bring back the report, that same doctor tells you the doctor who is supposed to work on you will work on you next week. But if you want to be worked on as early as possible, I can give you a contact of another doctor to work on you. I have evidence, Honorable Speaker. Even I have screenshots from some patient that this happened in Chirudu. Then when this person called the doctor, she thought the doctor was outside Chirudu, but the doctor was inside the hospital. So the doctor said, you are giving me 500,000 to work on you. The patient said, no, I have 100,000. The doctor said, no, I cannot work on you with your 100,000 till they agreed to pay 250,000. The following day, the patient was worked on. So there is a lot of extortion in those hospitals. Right Honorable Speaker.
Honorable colleague, are you ready to give very clear information and details and contacts
yes,
of that patient?
I'm ready.
Because this is a very strong statement and issue.
Right Honorable Speaker, even to add on that, I went to Chirudu myself. When I was entering the gate, the security told me, give me some money before you enter. I said, yeah, I don't have money. Then he said, if you don't have money, you're going to park outside the gate. I said, I'll pay when I'm getting out. I didn't introduce myself. When I was getting out, he told me, where is the money? I said, no, I don't have money. He said, when you come back here, you are not going to be allowed inside when you have not paid any money. So there is a lot of extortion. Ministry of Health should wake up and start monitoring. People in hospitals, but they are not being worked on because they have no money. Thank you so much, Right Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Minister, as you respond, this is a very serious issue. But for clarity on the procedure you are talking about, please, our private citizen is also entitled to this service. I just wanted that to be clear.
Thank you so much, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, colleagues, I want to thank my colleague for that very vital information. As a ministry, we are so much concerned about ethical and the way patients, that's why we are to give patient care. I want to call upon her and every member here, whoever has such information, which is very vital, and which can improve on our service delivery in our hospitals, to come, give us the evidence, we sit together, then we go and investigate. We have interdicted many, and we have handled many cases. Right Honorable Speaker, my next point was, it's not a matter for the rich. Everyone can go as long as that process has been followed. That there is somebody who refers you, after referring you,
who pays, and private citizens also
private
entitled.
citizens are also, by the time you are referred, let me take example, for example, from this parliament. If any member of this parliament is to be, no, I am just, let me give an example of any private person. Any private person, a sick person, would have been having a doctor managing that person. From different, let me just finish on this one, because I'm giving what is practical.
Honorable, I request you not to respond to people who are not on record. Our answer won't look clean.
Right Honorable Speaker, much obliged. I'm saying any private person who is sick must be having somebody, a doctor, attending to that person. And when the matter needs reference to any hospital abroad, that person attending to the patient will write to the health board, medical board, with all the documents and the case, so that he is requesting that this person needs to be referred abroad for further management, for any medical management.
Let's listen to the minister. Let's listen to the minister first, honorable colleagues. Yes, honorable minister, continue.
I am giving the process that goes on. Right, Honorable Speaker, once these documents have gone with the patient to the medical board, which medical board is composed of a team, they look at that, they sit as a team, they find that yes, this patient requires this service abroad, we don't have it in this country. When it comes to payment, there are two things. There is where they have also disclosed who is going to meet the expenses abroad, and the referring hospital where the patient is going. So any person who has come from a different institution, from a private, from individuals, they have got identified where the other person has been referred. Then the board, when they approve, they will approve either to say this institution or this is the money from that, and your case needs to be handled. And that's what goes on.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Honorable Chair, Committee on Health. You see, honorable colleagues, there are issues which I know are very critical, but the time you have and how we are coming for them, you find we shall not do justice to these issues. Chairperson, Committee on Health, really, I assign you that issue to engage the minister, to invite the ministry, and members who have issues around that, they can go in, make submissions, and even the public, and you bring here a report.
Much obliged, Right Honourable Speaker.
Yes, and issues of the risk, those are things which can be asked by the committee. The committee will handle in detail.
Thank you. Thank you. You had allowed me, Mr. Speaker. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I am happy that Honorable Nankabirwa is here today, and the matter I'm raising...
She has always been here. It's you, we don't know if you've been
maybe,
here.
Mr. Speaker, I have not been seeing her, but today I have seen her in the right angle. Now, Mr. Speaker, mine is about the amount of money which was borrowed or granted to this country, $630 million, intended to move power to all villages in this country. Mr. Speaker, in my district, Mitiana district, I'll talk about my constituency specifically. If there is power there, it is there for 2 or 1 day, especially in the areas of Sekanyonyi, the areas of Mpirigwa, and other areas. In other areas, there is no power at all. What the ministry did, they came, surveyed, and left. And the documents they left with us, they told us they were coming back in a very short... Mr. Speaker, they have never appeared. As I'm talking now, the power in Sekanyonyi has been off for a week. Mr. Speaker, this is where the power they use to make business. Because they have coffee haulas, they have other machines, including saloons.
Prayers, Honorable.
Meaning that, Mr. Speaker, right now, they are not working. My prayers, Mr. Speaker, is that the minister should be in a position to give us a report on how far she has gone to use that money to distribute the power in the villages. The minister should also give us how far they have gone so far to distribute the powers, especially in the villages, especially in constituencies which are in villages.
Thank you.
One small thing, Mr. Speaker.
Well, here we don't deal with small things.
One important thing. One important thing, Mr. Speaker.
Yeah.
For Honorable Nankabirwa. You know the head of Mbogo clan? is from my constituency. The place is called Muguru. And she's also from
Is he
Mbogokeran.
called the Wechtiwa?
No, I'm saying the head of Mbogokeran. The Wechtiwa is given by the king.
Okay.
Now, Mr. Speaker, even where that important person stays, there is no power. So I would think by now, one of the granddaughters of that person would be very happy and enjoying the power because her daughter is in power. Thank you.
Honorable, when did this start? You scare me sometimes, Honorable, you know. I feel I'm out of order and I'm about to run out. Yes. The question, the way it is framed, I think I've seen, it seems members would want an update generally. Today I had Honorable Josephat from Gangaizi also really raising issues that no single village in Kakumiro, no single village from his constituency has been considered, that all his have been removed. So I think it's an issue which we can handle with the committee comprehensively, where the minister would submit the detailed report to the committee. And then the report. No, Minister, you think that would help more? Or you think you can give us a comprehensive answer now?
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. I add my voice to those who thanked God for having saved you. We were together in West Nile. It would have been a very sad story. I want to thank my colleague who has raised a very pertinent issue regarding connectivity of Ugandans to electricity. I would love to come and give a comprehensive progress of the implementation of the electricity access scale-up project funded by the World Bank facility of $638 million, which is not meant to connect all the villages in Uganda because it's not enough. That money is not enough to connect all the villages that do not have power. But I'll come and give you progress since we commissioned this program in Mitoma on the 2nd of January this year. I will come and give a progress report.
I think, when do you think
But
you can...
specifically because he has raised an issue concerning his constituency.
No, Honorable, I know members are going, it's going to come up so much. Let's manage it that way.
But for Mbogokilan, you're Right Honorable Prime Minister, I serve all the clans in this country. So to accuse me of not having connected the headquarters of the Mbogo clan is irrelevant when we are dealing with national service. We serve all the clans.
Thank you. Now, Honourable Minister, I remember also there's a project. When you're coming, you can give us updates on 2 projects. That one, but also there is a project for Tibea, where we borrowed around 250 million there. I can't remember the exact figure. And it was for connecting all sub-counties in the country. China Exim Bank. I mean, me, the one I know, really, whatever they said they are going to do in my area, they disappeared. So can we get an update on that project showing the progress of the project, how much money has been paid, how much money, and so it comes together. Let the 2 come together. Thank you. Honorable Annette, Honorable Minister, can we do this Wednesday next week?
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Honorable Annette Mugisha, Wednesday next week, clerk, take note.
Thank you so much, Right Honorable Speaker. I also want to join my colleagues to thank God for saving you and our fellow beloved members that were with you. Right Honorable Speaker, The matter of national importance is about appealing for government intervention in reconstructing Kabagalame pork market in Bushenyi Shaka municipality that was burnt on 1st August 2024. Right Honourable Speaker, as Greater Bushenyi District and beyond, one of the enterprises being promoted under the various programs is Pigare Enterprises, which employs several farmers for livelihood. Right Honourable Speaker, as a result of this living enterprise, the local community, in partnership with the municipal local government of Bushenyi Shaka, established a regional pork market at Kabagalame, Ruhalo Ward, Central Division, Bushenyi Shaka municipality, to support and provide market for the thriving piggery enterprise within the district of Greater Bushenyi and beyond. This market has become so popular that it attracts people from different parts of the country in terms of pork sales. A total of 600 pigs are slaughtered per month. Translated.
I've seen one Haji walking out. So, please, this is not. Haji Katoto can come back. Yeah. When I will conclude, you better read the prayer before.
Right Honourable Speaker, prayers are as follows. Number one, we ask the government through the office of the Prime Minister to provide funds for fencing this market to regulate access to the market at night and unauthorized persons. Number two, that government provides funds to install solar lights within outside the market. Number three, that the Uganda police should establish a police post at this market to provide security to over 1,000 people who gather at this market every weekend and during weekdays. And lastly, the Uganda police should install CCTV security cameras around the market for timely surveillance. Right Honourable Speaker, a detailed report has already been submitted to the Office of the Prime Minister by the municipality leadership. I submit, Right Honourable Speaker.
Thank you. Now, honourable colleagues, I will save Hajat Rukia Nakadama from answering this to begin with, but on a very serious note, not before she can answer, I want to shed some light. Now, someone might hear it's a pork joint or it's a pork market, and they take it as right as possible. But that market goes beyond pork. It's a lifeline for many widows, for many women around Bushenyi. I'm a confessed and renowned client of that market. Yes, yes, I want to tell you. I'm a confessed, yes, I know it's not offensive, okay? The revenues of that market, you know, there is a day they use, I think once in a year or twice a year, they would do a mobile market in Naguru here. And what would be in that place of Naguru is unbelievable. People come from all over. From all over. So it's something really that has hit the economy of Bushenyi municipality and the surrounding areas very, very, very seriously. They sell goats, they sell chicken, they sell any kind of, it's a huge, huge market every Saturday. So we really need, I also received calls from very many local leaders on the ground, and they said they had reached out to the area MP Honorable Kabura Derek and the woman MP Honorable Aneti Mugisha. So right Honorable Prime Minister, we really need help in that area. Oh, Honorable Magezi can really, that one you can't deny, I know for sure.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, I thank Honorable Annette Mugisha for that, raising this matter. It is certainly a very critical matter, and yes, I'm one of the very good clients of that market. I've also invited my brother-in-law, Honorable Sewungu, in his next visit. I'll take him there and he sees what is going on. It is certainly a big market, and we are sorry as government that this is the second time that market is being burnt down. I've taken note of the requests, and this is a partnership between the private sector and Bushenyi Shaka Municipal Council. So we are going to send a team to look at what can be done physically to be sure that we can protect it, but also to invite colleagues once it is rehabilitated, because we are talking of a bigger matter. It's not just rehabilitating the pork joint, it's looking at modernizing that entire market at Kabagarami. So we'll do that, and I'll get back to you, Right Honorable Speaker, on the measures.
Thank you. Honorable Ephraim Chemtai. No,
Thank you so much,
it's a closed
Honorable.
matter. Yeah, it's a closed.
Honorable Speaker, thank you so much.
Honorable
I rise up with a very urgent and important issue that is happening in Bukwa or Sebei sub-region. Honorable Speaker, we have a conflict between the community and the Ua Rangers. For the last 1 year, over 50 people have been killed in Sebei sub-region. The latest was 3 weeks ago, where a young boy of 16 years was gunned down by the Ua Rangers because of reasons not known. And we've had so many, actually over 50 also are hospitalized with gun wounds. Many cows and animals have been killed. They shoot them when they're walking along the road because we share the boundary with the Ua. Many widows and orphans have been left suffering. Our prayers, Honorable Speaker. One, we want government to give us a buffer zone between the communities and Ua, the common grazing giant. Number two, we want the compensation of lives lost and livestock. Number three, we are also requesting for the Prime Minister to come and dialogue between the community and the Uganda Wildlife Authority. But now as we speak, there is bitter blood that Uganda Wildlife Authority cannot cross over to where the community is. I give information, Honorable
Minister for Tourism.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. And what Honorable Chemtai is raising is indeed true. There was an incident a couple of days ago, and the matter has come to our attention where a young boy was killed next to the Ua premises. We've told police to take interest in the matter, investigate, and once any of our officers is found culpable, definitely the law will take its course. So I request for some time so that we can have this matter resolved. Thank you.
Honorable Taringaya. Minister, take up this issue. These are issues where you should meet MPs from the region, and you go through deeply, other than on the floor here.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. We thank God that you survived, and we pray for more years. I rise on a matter of national importance, salary enhancement for local government political leaders. So in their letter dated 4th July 2022, the local leaders of Greater Ankole petitioned your office on issues of 1, increased procurement threshold for sub-counties, town councils; B, salary enhancement for local leaders from LC1 to LC5. They contend that they do insurmountable work for this country. You advised me to raise it on the floor of Parliament as a matter of national importance, which I did. You referred you referred the matter to the local governments committee, which together with the Ministry of Local Government considered.
Honorable prayers, please. I just need. Rule 76 doesn't allow you to read speeches.
My prayers, Right Honorable Speaker, the Minister of Finance and Minister of Local Government explain why this important matter was withdrawn from the budget 2024-25, and two, the Minister of Local Government together with the Minister of Public Service retables this salary enhancement proposal, and it is duly considered and integrated in the budget 2024-25. I beg to submit. And I beg to lay on this table the petition by the Ankole chairpersons, LC3.
Thank you. Now, Honorable Bataringa, this is a very critical issue. I remember he guided you indeed. But now the way you've presented it, it's difficult to address a petition. Because petitions are under Rule 30. They have a procedure they do for. But Minister, it's a critical issue. I don't know if you want to comment now. And then you use the document for a petition as an information document.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. And I'd like to thank Honorable Basil Bataringaya for raising a matter of highly critical importance. The emoluments of our local leaders is a matter of concern to all of us. I would like to commit, we are going to receive his entire proposal. On Tuesday, Right Honorable Speaker, we shall meet the Honorable Member. We shall strategize together with Finance on how to make sure that we take it up in the next year's budget cycle. Thank you.
Next item, Honorable colleagues, I know there are those who still have matters. There were very many. I will start with them tomorrow. I think around 4 more matters. Time is not on our side, you can see. So let's go to the next item.
Item 3 on the other paper, bills first reading. 1, the National Teachers Bill 2024.
Honourable Minister of Education.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker and the Honorable Members of Parliament, this afternoon I have the honor to present the National Teachers Bill 2024. Right Honorable Speaker and dear colleagues, under Rule 115, Sub-Rule 1 of the Rules of Procedure of the Parliament of Uganda, a bill shall bear at the head a short title and a long title describing the reading provisions of the bill. Right Honorable Speaker, the short title of this bill is the National Teachers Bill 2024. Right Honorable Speaker and dear colleagues, the long title of this bill.
Honorable Minister, is the bill accompanied by a certificate of financial implication?
Yes, it is.
Please lay it on table and you're done. The bill for second reading, for first reading is not seconded.
Right Honorable Speaker, I beg to lay on table the certificate of financial implications for the National Teachers Bill 2024 and the bill.
Thank you.
I beg to lay.
Be referred to the Committee on Education to be processed as per Rule 129 of our Rules of Procedure. Please ensure you give it enough attention, consult widely, so that we can resolve these issues. The sector. Honorable Chief Whip, do you want to make a comment on the next bills?
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, we are still consulting as government on the remaining bills from Roman 2 to Roman 16. I therefore want to request that you permit us as government to defer these to the next 2 weeks.
Thank you. Granted. Next item.
Item 4, statements by ministers on 1, reports that contrary to the established diplomatic norms, a casino and gambling facility had been established within the Ugandan consulate in Dubai, United Arab Emirates.
Honourable Minister for Foreign Affairs.
Right Honourable Speaker, I'm in touch with the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Honourable J.J. Odong. He's not available today, but he has committed he'll be here tomorrow to present the statement.
Clerk,
I beg that you allow us to bring it tomorrow.
Clerk, put it on the order paper for tomorrow. Next.
Item 4.2, statement on failure by the Minister of Health to deploy medical interns to health facilities.
Minister for Health.
Thank you so much, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, honorable members, allow me to appreciate you for granting us an opportunity to update this August House about the status of the deployment of medical interns and support to the senior house officers, known as postgraduates, for the financial year 24-25. I wish also to appreciate all the eligible interns and the public for their understanding as we strive to improve the health service in this country. Right Honorable Speaker, colleagues, this issue is an issue that concerns all of us, and especially the public and our interns. Allow me to give a just brief overview to appreciate where we are and how far we have moved as a ministry and government. Medical internship is a crucial apprenticeship training for health professionals lasting 1 year upon completion of undergraduate training for doctors, dental surgeons, pharmacists, nurses, and midwives, and other fields. The period is designed to equip interns with practical experience, skills, and confidence, supplementing their theoretical training. It is also a prerequisite for professional registration with their respective councils. Right Honorable Speaker, honorable colleagues, while senior house officers known as SHOs are qualified medical doctors pursuing postgraduate training in various clinical specialties, medical intern doctors and pharmacists are trained under the supervision of specialists with a minimum of 5 years of work experience, while medical intern nurses and midwives are trained under the supervision of graduate nurses and midwives with at least 3 years of experience. For this court, there are 73 accredited training sites, up from 58 in the year 2023, with varying capacities that was made possible for the recent recruitment of specialists. Right Honorable Speaker, honorable members, according to the ministry's internship training guidelines, one specialist supervises 4 medical interns to ensure effective knowledge transfer and skills development. The Ministry of Health will maintain this standard until more specialists are recruited and more centers are accredited. Due to the enormous pressure to deploy all the interns last year, we deployed an excessive number of interns, 1,901. Right Honorable Speaker, colleagues, I want to thank you, the Speaker, and the colleagues in this House, when at that time you also received support which enabled us to recruit the 1,901 interns. That is an appreciation from the ministry. Now, this recruitment of 1,901 interns that overwhelmed the system, they created a lot of challenges, with some trainers having to supervise 5 to 6 medical interns, some optimal learning, overcrowding, and difficulties with access to medical supplies, equipment, and devices. Right Honorable Speaker and honorable colleagues, we need to appreciate the fact that effective medical internship skills transfer depends largely on hands-on experience to build the confidence of the newly graduated interns so that they are able to work alone and supervise it after being signed off. Allow me to move to deployment of interns, which is an issue. Right Honorable Speaker, honorable members, a total of 2,706 interns are eligible for deployment, while there are 743 senior house officers. These are postgraduate medical doctors. Following the completion of deployment exercise, medical interns have randomly been placed across the 73 internship training centers for a period of 1 year, starting from 5th August 2024 to 31st July 2025. This placement covers graduates who completed their courses in as early as the year 2023 and before. Furthermore, as clarified in the Ministers of Health press briefing which was held on 2nd August 2024, consideration has been made for dental surgeons and pharmacists on a government-sponsored of cohort 2024 because these cadres are in short supply in the market. The deployment has been guided by available funds and specialists and supervisors where the standard of 4 interns per specialist or per supervisor was applied. Graduates of 2024 will be placed in future, including those that had been erroneously deployed in our first release. That is the ones from Uganda Christian University and Makerere University Medical School. These are accordingly withdrawn from the list of the reasons that I have just said in the statement. Right Honorable Speaker, Honorable colleagues, let me move to the support of current interns and senior house officers. In this financial year, 2024-25, the Ministry of Health was allocated Uganda shillings 35,661,600,000 to cater for both medical interns and senior house officers. The cost of deployment of 1 intern for 1 year, inclusive of allowance and pay as you earn tax, totals to 15,600,000. The breakdown is as follows. Per 1 intern, allowance is Uganda shillings 1 million per month. Pay as you earn tax is 300,000 per month. The total gross, therefore, will be Uganda shillings 1.3 million, inclusive of taxes, per month. This is to allow for an intern to receive a net amount of Uganda shillings 1 million per month. Therefore, each intern requires 15,600,000 per year. Similarly, Right Honorable Speaker, colleagues, the cost of support to 1 senior house officer undertaking clinical work in national referral hospitals and teaching hospitals is as follows. And this is the same breakdown. Uganda shillings 1 million per month, pay as you earn 300 per month. The gross total is Uganda shillings 1.3 million inclusive of taxes per month. The total amount needed to support, therefore, the 743 senior house officers is that total, which is 743 times 1.3 with the taxes for 12 months, which comes to 11,590,800,000. Right Honorable Speaker, Honorable Members, the funding released last year was Uganda shillings 46 billion. And we want to thank you and the whole House, which included areas and supplementary for the shortfall. On the other hand, this year only Uganda shillings 35,661,600,000 has been allocated, registering a reduction of Uganda shillings 10,338,400,000. Furthermore, this year we have received communication from the Ministry of Finance, Planning and Economic Development to fit within the available resources and with no anticipated supplementary. With the available budget allocated this year of 35,661,600,000, less Uganda shillings 11,590,800,000 for the senior house officers, and less 670 800,000 for the 86 continuing interns who joined late. Only 23,400,000,000 is available for deployment of the current interns. Right Honorable Speaker, right colleagues, I have given you the competition of each intern and the senior house officers. Considering the expenditure of 15,600,000 per intern per annum, this money can only deploy 1,500 interns. Against this background, the ministry can only deploy the cohort of 2023 and the previous years, totaling to 1,435 medical interns to fit within the budget that has been allocated. For the remaining 65 positions available, priority will be given to dental surgeons who are 22, and the remaining 43 will go to government-sponsored pharmacists who are in short supply in the market from the cohort of 2024. Right Honorable Speaker, colleagues, below is the table, one which shows medical interns eligible for deployment. The qualifications: MBSC, CHB. Before 2023 we have 13. 2023 there are 639. 2024 731. The number increases to a total of 1,383. BSM and BSN before 2023 33. 2023 509. 2024 346. The total number is 888. BPHARM 27 before 2023. 2023 163. In the year 2024 172. The total current is 362. BDS before 2023 there's a nil. 2023 51. 2024 22. A total is 73. When we total according to the years, before 2023 we have 73. In 2023 1,362. In 2024 1,271. Total currently 2,706. Right Honorable Speaker, honorable members, despite the significance of medical internships, all the eligible interns could not be wholly absorbed in this intake, as it requires an additional of Uganda shillings 18,813,600,000. This excludes the cost of recruiting additional specialists to supervise the interns. Once this money is available, we can now have the issue solved. Right Honorable Speaker, colleagues, there are constraints which are well known, but for sharing and to appreciate where we are, these constraints of deployment of internship and postgraduate training, major inadequate budget, as I've shown you the figures and the reasons. Inadequate internship training sites. The internships are many, the sites we have are very few. Limited specialists to supervise each intern. I have shown you the intern and the specialists they should be handling. Increasing number of interns. You have seen how the numbers have kept on increasing. Universities do not plan collaboratively with the Ministry of Health, leading to recurring mismatch of resource allocation against the number of graduates trained. The universities, they recruit, they train, afterwards they send to us, whereas our budgets cannot meet that. Right Honorable Speaker, all this said, there is a way forward. Members, having given out the constraints that is facing deployment of the interns, the way forward, number one, we think as a ministry, the urgent need to prioritize internship training and allocate adequate funding based on numbers enrolled into the universities and communicated to the councils following completion of training. Number two, there is urgent need to recruit more specialists, supervisors in hospitals, and open up more internship training centers to accommodate the growing number of interns. The ministry urges all universities to communicate the number of students, potential interns at the beginning of the last year of training in line with the government budgeting cycle. There is urgent need for Ministry of Education and Sports to expedite the process of completing the education for health training policy so that we have a policy that guides the universities. As I conclude, once again, Right Honorable Speaker, honorable colleagues, I wish to appreciate all the eligible interns, as I've said, and the public for their understanding, and honorable members for your usual understanding, cooperation, and support in this issue. Right Honorable Speaker, I am saying that as of now, we can only accommodate, and that's what we have accommodated, 1,500 interns. Attached at the back of this statement is a deployment list, which I can lay on the table. I want to thank you for giving us this opportunity once again, and for sharing the constraints we have when it comes to the deployment of the interns. And we look forward to continue sharing and for your support. I thank you.
Thank you, Honorable.
I want to lay on the table.
I'm going to open up the statement for debate for around 30 minutes. I'll start with Honorable Babiku. I add on Wungoko. I add on Honorable Choma, Bugweju, Kumi. I'm coming this side, don't mind. Yeah. Our champion Nerute, Hajat, and Chair Harris, and also former Chair Harris and Honorable Geoffrey.
Thank you.
Let's use 2 minutes each on our colleagues,
Okay.
and we don't repeat.
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker, for the opportunity.